Okay, so Montero's got off to a decent start, although he looks like he's going to be taken by speed in the Toro Rosso. Whoa, we got an engine failure already. That is for Takuma Sato. Goes past Takuma Sato. Now he must go into the back of someone. Yes, he goes back into the McLaren of Montoya. Clearly just got caught out by the backlog, because Michael Schumacher isn't normally at the back of packs. Oh, whoa, hang on. That was Liuzzi who's had an engine failure. That's why Clean's in the last points, because Liuzzi, out of nowhere, retired with an engine failure. Nick Heidfeld is going to take the final podium place from Frank Montagny. And Nick Heidfeld, yep, he's in third place, so Montagny is out of the podium places. And the World Championship leader for the moment, Alonso in 13th.
Webber is under pressure. The gap is now 1.6 seconds.
And so Coulthard has been able to run away with this, and Coulthard is going to win the 2006 Canadian Grand Prix. Mark Webber is going to take second place at the Canadian Grand Prix, and Nick Heidfeld is going to take third, so Webber crosses the line for second, and Nick Heidfeld for third. Montagny's dropped so many places, but is still just about in the last points place.
Thanks for joining us. You're in for a real treat today. We're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the home of the US Grand Prix. There is no more famous track in the United States than this. Setting the car up here can prove a real challenge due to the fact that the track is half high speed and half tight corners. Do you put more downforce on for the added grip, even though it means lower top speed from the final corner down to turn 1? It's a real dilemma for the team's technical crew. Pretty much perfect weather conditions for racing here today, so we should see some very competitive lap times during this race.
Okay, so hey guys, and welcome to the American Grand Prix in this 2006 Reverse Grid Race Series. And now, very unusual top 3. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen Trulli and Rosberg start at the front of this series, but it's still very weird to see a Toyota start at the front under any circumstances, really. And Trulli, he was the 20th fastest in qualifying in the real-life American Grand Prix, and he was that slow because he had a rear suspension problem, which really hampered his performance in qualifying. And he was 20th, but then his car was still being fixed during parc fermé conditions. They were fixing that rear suspension problem, and because they were fixing it under parc fermé conditions, they broke those parc fermé conditions, and so he had to start last, which is obviously first once you reverse the grid. Nico Rosberg, he was the 19th quickest. I have no idea why he was that slow. I did read somewhere his car was badly set up, but that seems really weird to me. He actually started 21st because in qualifying he ignored a signal. I don't know what signal that was, but apparently he ignored the signal, and that was severe enough so all of his times in qualifying were deleted, and so because of that he had to start 21st, and the only reason he was ahead of Trulli is because it was a less severe penalty than Trulli got. And then Liuzzi in third place, finally, he was the 21st quickest, so the second slowest, only quicker than Montagny. But he had an engine change after qualifying, which actually promoted him a place to 20th. Well, he started behind Montagny, but because Rosberg and Trulli had more severe penalties than a 10-place grid penalty, Liuzzi was able to start in 20th, which, once you reverse the grid, is third place. So, a very interesting top 3. I honestly think the top 3 for this race is pretty much decided already. Liuzzi might keep third. I'm pretty confident Rosberg will keep second, and Trulli, I guarantee you, unless he suffers a car failure, will finish in first. So I think the top 2 are pretty much guaranteed for this race. They're sorted already, but it's Indianapolis. You've got the massive start-finish straight and the entire banking that goes onto it, so there's going to be tons of overtaking opportunities. It's probably the easiest track all year to overtake around, so we should see tons of overtakes, and let's head on to the American Grand Prix.
You know the drill by now. Here we go. Go, go, go!
So the American Grand Prix is a go, and all the cars have started, unlike in 2005 where only 6 cars started the race. David Coulthard in 6th place. He's right up behind both Super Aguris. Will he get past him into the first corner? No, he's holding his 6th place. Clean's in 7th, Montero's in 8th. Both Midlands battling out there. And then, so, moving back up to the front, Clean, Sato. So, Coulthard got past Takuma Sato when we weren't looking. Montagny in 4th. Liuzzi holding 3rd and pulling out a gap on Montagny. Rosberg 2nd, Trulli pulling out a bit of a gap on Rosberg already. And then behind we've got Clean, who just got past Takuma Sato there. Both Midlands still battling out.
It's a retirement and a very unsatisfactory end to his race. Barrichello was involved in that as well. It looks like he's got away scot-free.
Right, okay, so Coulthard and Montagny is side by side, but I believe that was Alonso and Barrichello who got involved in an incident. Barrichello fine, Alonso retired. We'll have to look at that in a second. So Clean's into 6th. And then we got Coulthard. Let's see if Coulthard can get past Montagny first. Then we'll have a look at that replay. In fact, both Red Bulls could get past Montagny at this rate. Clean all over the back of his teammates. So Red Bull are doing very well out of this race. Actually, Clean, I think, is going to get past his teammate. Whoever would have thought it. But Coulthard streaming past Frank Montagny. And this is Montagny's second to last race he does in Formula 1. But has Clean got past Coulthard? Yes, he has. Only temporary. They're both still side by side. But Coulthard's in 4th. Clean in 5th. They both got past Frank Montagny in 6th. Let's have a look at what happened to Fernando Alonso.
Clean is 5th.
Right, so here we are. The start of the Grand Prix just happened. So we got Alonso. He's right. Is he behind Barrichello? Which one of those? One of those is Barrichello. It's the one behind him. So I'm guessing Barrichello goes into the back of Alonso, although Barrichello is being run out by the Ferrari of most likely Massa, could be Schumacher. That is Schumacher actually. So does Barrichello go into the back of Alonso? It happens around here, I believe. Oh, he cuts up Alonso. Alonso's just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and Alonso tries to carry on, but it's all in vain. Wow, I think Barrichello just cut up Alonso there. Hang on, okay. Ralf Schumacher's just come out of the pits. He must have got involved in some incident. And he was alongside he was roughly in the same track position as Barrichello, so I think he got involved in something with Barrichello. Let's move our way up through the field. Scott Speed at his home race. Not doing very well, but in real life he qualified in 13th. Phenomenal performance for Scott Speed. Obviously, Toro Rosso having the advantage of having run here last year under Minardi, so they actually have some experience, whereas the other runners don't. And we should see Montoya get past Takuma Sato. This is going to be a dead easy move, and Montoya actually wasn't that quick in qualifying. Not even that quick in the race, actually, because Webber's just got past him. And a Honda... Oh, that's an engine failure for someone. Christian Klein. And he was doing so well. He was in 5th place. And Ryan Foley's going to be devastated. But Klein has been a bit rubbish this series. A bit unlucky. But Klein gutting for him there. Let's move back up. Did Montoya get past? No, neither Montoya nor Webber got past Sato. So Sato's still holding the last points. Albers in 7th, he got past Sato. Montero also got past Sato, he's in 6th. Montagny 5th. Coulthard, the lone remaining Red Bull, in 4th. There's Liuzzi, Rosberg, and Trulli. He's already pulled out a bit of a gap on Rosberg. Right, so coming round to start, I believe this is the 3rd lap. And Coulthard's going to get past his sister teammate, Liuzzi, and Coulthard is now in the last podium place, although Liuzzi's coming back at him. I don't know how, because they've only got a Cosworth engine. Coulthard's got a Ferrari engine, so he's been able to blitz past Liuzzi there. And Coulthard, I believe this is where he's going to finish the race. He's way ahead of all the traffic. I mean, Montagny is way behind, and then the next quickest car really is Button and Webber. And actually, both Button and Webber, when we weren't looking, and Montoya, and Fisichella, and Barrichello, and a Ferrari have all got past Montagny. Jeez, he lost so many places in a few corners there. Wow. But Montoya's in 10th. And this is Montoya's last ever Formula 1 race. He will be replaced by Pedro de la Rosa, so we have got to bear that in mind. Can Montoya sign off on a high? We'll have to see. Right, so here's some overtakes that's going to happen. Button is going to get into the last points place. Well, Webber's trying to get past the Midlands, but there's some guys trying to get past Webber. But Webber's up into 7th place. We've got a lost wheel for Montoya.
Well, he's clearly going to have to retire from that incident today. Button is also involved. Luckily, he seems to have gone away unscathed.
Okay, so Button was involved in that, and Montoya, this last Formula 1 race, has retired. Gutting. Right, so here we are on board with Montoya, and somehow he loses his wheel. So Button's the guy in front of him. Button's trying to get past Webber. Webber's trying to get past the Midland, and there's too many overtakes trying to happen. I think Montoya also is trying to get past Button, and it's mayhem. There's a Renault, I believe, of Fisichella trying to get past Montoya. There's too many overtakes trying to happen all at the same time, and just inevitably, chaos. Yeah, that was sheer racing incident, and Montoya left Formula 1 to go to NASCAR because he just grew frustrated of... I didn't realise Michael retired as well. We'll have to look at how he retired. But as I was saying, Montoya just grew frustrated of Formula 1, that's why he moved into NASCAR, and can you blame him when you retire like that and you're always the second quickest? Why would you want to stay in it? Right, so here we are with Michael Schumacher. He's up behind his former teammate, Barrichello, and he's just ahead of his successor, I guess is what Ferrari planned for Massa to be, Felipe Massa. So I guess Schumacher tries to get past Barrichello, although Massa accidentally boxes him in as he tries to get past Schumacher as well. I think both Brazilians... Oh, very dirty for Massa there. He's trying to assert his dominance. Wow. And I think he's crippled from it. Look, Sato's just cruised straight past him. So Massa, that not only is that screwed over his teammate, he's also screwed over himself there.
Low 12s.
Okay, that was weird, James Allen. 12s. 12s, he's in the 12s. Anyway, Webber's just got past Montagny. That's why I wasn't watching Trulli there. Webber's got past Montagny, so has Button, and obviously with the Super Guri and Honda partnership, Montagny kind of has to let Button through. But Montagny, no way is he going to stay in the points so much longer. I mean, Fisichella's right up behind him. So Button is 7th, Webber 6th, Montero 5th, Liuzzi 4th, Coulthard 3rd, Rosberg 2nd, and there's Trulli in 1st. Trulli has also lapped Massa, who's still crippled and is rolling around that slowly. So Massa's last of the runners. There's only 16 runners left already. Villeneuve in 15th, and Heidfeld, who most of you guys in the comments reckon is going to win the Drivers' Championship, in 14th. And in fact, some of you did say you reckon Sauer was going to win the Constructors. Well, Villeneuve's in 15th, and I think they got involved in some incident I never knew about. So I do think one person who commented that is German, but it's not looking good for Heidfeld. Whereas Coulthard, who I reckon will win the Drivers, and some other people did say that, he's in 3rd.
Rosberg is significantly slower than...
But anyway, what I'm saying about all that, there are going to be some overtakes happening. Webber's going to get past Montero and into 5th place, but we got Button and Fisichella, who are also looking to make some moves. So Webber's in 5th. There's Montero. Montero has defended from Button and Fisichella. Fisichella nearly ran out onto the grass, but luckily didn't spin from it.
That's a gain of 2 places.
Right, well, this is an overtake waiting to happen if ever I've seen one. We got Button behind Montero, and in fact Webber's actually pulled out a couple second gap on Button. So Button and Fisichella both need to get past Rapido if they want to have a chance of catching up and passing Webber. There's Webber, but Button's going to get past Montero. Is Fisichella going to get past Button? Yes, he is, and amazingly, both guys had a bit of a coming together there. They're both still side by side, but Fisichella's got the inside line, so Fisichella's taken 6th place from Jenson Button. And in fact, Barrichello, the other Honda, is right on the cusp of the points, where he's going to get a point position very soon. Right, Barrichello is looking to make the move on Montero. and Honda want to join Williams in having 2 cars in the points places at this exact moment in time, and Barrichello is going to be just as easy as it was for his teammate, apart from the fact he doesn't have a Renault right alongside him. So Barrichello is into the points places, and this race is just one that isn't suited for the bottom teams. Too much reliance on aerodynamics and powerful engines, which the bottom teams don't have. And Button in 7th, and Fisichella did get past Webber, so that... These Renaults, wow, very, very quick. We saw it in Spain especially, but in here, very quick. He's got past Webber already, and Webber had a several second advantage. Right, now here we got a replay of some on-track action which is critical. This is the battle for second place, and we got Coulthard in the Ferrari engine with much more power than the Williams in the with the Cosworth engine, and Coulthard, surprisingly easy move on Nico Rosberg. I didn't think the Red Bull was that much quicker in the straight line than the Williams, but it was a relatively easy move for Coulthard. So Coulthard's now in second, and Trulli miles ahead of the pair of them. Hang on, we got Button getting past... hang on, what? We got Button getting past Webber, I believe this is. So Button's up into 6th place, Webber's in 7th, and there is a massive gap between the speed of the cars.
We're now 3/4 of the way into this race. Trulli leads. Second is Nico Rosberg.
Right, I'm sorry James Allen, I'm going to have to interrupt you there. 3/4 into the race, and the race order is completely different than to when it started, as Barrichello has now got past Mark Webber and into 6th place, Webber in 7th, and considering the Williams have the very underpowered Cosworth engine, Webber's doing alright.
His last was a 1:10 flat.
Now this is a sad time. Liuzzi in 3rd place, doing exceptionally well. Having, you know, no traffic to deal with, he was able to pull out from all of the big teams, and he's actually higher than Minardi were last year, which is phenomenal. But despite that, Fisichella's going to get past him. It was inevitable, but Fisichella is now in 3rd, holding the last podium place. He's going to be making a charge now on... I've just noticed David Coulthard has retired, and I had no idea that he had. Well, this is exceptional. David Coulthard has retired. Wow.
The race is drawing to a close, but Button seems determined to make a name for himself with this last-minute charge. I just wonder if he's up to the challenge. The pressure is now on for Liuzzi. The gap is now 9/10 of a second.
I don't know why Martin is doubting that Button's going to get past Liuzzi. It's inevitable Button's going to get past Liuzzi with the more powerful engine, better aerodynamics and the slipstream, and they're both using Michelin tyres. It was inevitable Button was going to get past Liuzzi. Hang on, whoa. Rosberg! Was that Rosberg have an engine failure?
Barrichello certainly looks to have the better...
Right, now this is startling. Rosberg, who was in 2nd place and was going to get an amazing result, obviously starting so high up. I mean, he started high up in Europe, but his car was able to hold out, and he's retired. He was gifted back 2nd after Coulthard retired, I guess with a similar engine failure. The problem is the commentators don't like to tell you about car failures, and look, Rosberg out. That's gutting stuff, but it does mean Button's in the podium places and Fisichella's in 2nd.
For leader Trulli.
Thank you, Martin. 1 lap to go. There's only 14 runners left, but make no mistake of it, the action is not over here in America. This is far more exciting than the 2005 Grand Prix. Barrichello, with a lap to go, is going to take 4th place from Liuzzi. And Liuzzi is still in as high of a position than Minardi was during 2005. This is exceptional. So let's have a look. Truly dominating in first place. Fisichella second. Button gifted third from Coulthard and Rosberg's retirement. Barrichello fourth. Great day for Honda. Liuzzi fifth. Webber sixth. Montero seventh. The guy who finished third in 2005. Christian Albers in eighth. Also a point scorer in 2005 with Minardi. Ralf Schumacher though could spoil the day for him, we'll have to see. And then just moving our way back up to the front with Jarno Trulli. A dominant drive for him, no traffic in front of him, and with his nearest rivals suffering car failures, it's been an easy day for Trulli as he wins the American Grand Prix.
He takes the checkered flag and the full 10 points. That's a great drive from Trulli.
Right, Fisichella surprisingly close actually in second. We know the Red Bull's exceptionally quick, and Jenson Button will take the final podium place in third. Barrichello fourth, great day for him and Honda. Liuzzi fifth, as good of a finish as Minardi ever got in 2005. Webber in sixth place, compensating somewhat for Rosberg's retirement for Williams there. Montero, the guy who got on the podium in 2005, the next year in the Midland is still going to score points. Exceptional. Montero 7th. Albers in 8th. Just about, he's just kept that from Ralf Schumacher. Ralf Schumacher, a valiant fight back after coming into the pits. Just about missed out on a point though, that was very close. Montagny 10th. Sato 11th. We saw how many places Sato lost during the race. There's Heidfeld in 12th, everybody's favourite. Villeneuve in 13th. We saw Massa in with Heidfeld because Massa was a lap behind. And Villeneuve, I believe, is the last guy to cross the line in 13th. I mean, I'm sitting here stunned by what I just saw. 14 finishers. Trulli only winning by 7 seconds, which is less than I expected. Second and third man both retiring. Well, actually both second place men retiring. Second was the killer position, to be honest. And so many of the big names, Raikkonen, Alonso, Michael Schumacher, all retiring this race. Exceptional race. The best race of the season, most unpredictable race of the season, and quite frankly, it was amazing. It was a shame to see Montoya's Formula 1 career end on a low, but apart from that, amazing race. Couldn't have asked for anything more. Anyway, moving on to the Drivers' Championship, and Coulthard, wow. Having that second place robbed from him almost was a killer. Heidfeld wasn't able to score any points luckily, so Coulthard is still leading the Drivers' Championship, but crucially, Fisichella coming second. He's only 1 point behind Coulthard now. But quite frankly, this series is so unpredictable, and not only on the unpredictability of overtakes, but also retirements, not just crashes but car failures, so quite frankly, absolutely anyone could win this. Anyway, moving on to the Constructors' Championship, and Renault are leading the Constructors' Championship. It's always moving between Sauber and Renault, but Renault have overtaken Sauber by 4 points, so Renault are looking strong for the Constructors, and I do think it's going to be between Renault and Sauber. I think the Constructors' Championship is more predictable than the Drivers, but all of the teams could within reason win the Constructors' Championship. Toyota and Honda both only had 20 points coming into this race. Honda gained 11 to go up to 31 points, and Toyota gained 10 points to move into 30. So the Japanese have proved today that you can gain so many points on your rivals in the Constructors' Championship in just one race. But anyway, next time we're at the French Grand Prix, Magny-Cours. Hopefully we can have a slightly more normal race, hopefully some less retirements, and well, I'm looking forward to it. This race is the best one this series, and if France can produce a race even half as good, hopefully with a few less retirements, then we're going to have an excellent French Grand Prix, which you don't see all that often. So I'll see you then.